How do you feel? Were you impressed with all three of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to seeing Reed do what he did. You don't ever want to take it for granted, but that looked like the Reed Detmers that we've watched for the last year and a half or so, and didn't realize we had 22 strikeouts, so the 27 outs, because Albanese was huge. We need Albanese to be the bridge guy. When you look at our pitching staffs in the past, the great pitching staffs, Hensman could bridge to Birdie, and Wolf and Bordner could bridge to Hensman, and you got to have those bridge guys. And, we've pitched Elliott, we've pitched Poland, but Albanese is the guy that we're hoping could slide into that role and help us get to Kirian, because, it's Kirian's time. That's a proven closer.
Did you guys have a discussion with him? Hey, we might move you into this type more of a role?
No, he knew going into this spring that was the opportunity he had. I mean, he was a spot starter for us a little bit last year, as all pitchers have to be ready to do that. But, he could see, where we had Poland and Elliott and Kirian with the success they had last year. Coach Williams has been looking for another guy or two, especially a righty, because we have so many lefties, a lot of young lefties. So if Glenn could command that breaking ball, if he can throw for a strike, and then he can establish that fastball, he could be real effective for us.
How has Reed looks like a finished product in a way to me? He's so sharp, and there's always ways to improve. Since last year, how has Reed improved? Has he added a pitch? Has he developed in some ways?
Yeah, he's always, as most of our starters typically do, they work on that third or fourth pitch. So for him, it's he's got the big curveball. He's always been a fastball, curveball dominant type of pitcher, but mixing some changeups, be able to throw some changeups in key situations, and then the cutter sometimes could be effective on a lefty or a righty. I mean, that was kind of a pitch McKay started throwing really against the lefties, and Coach Williams does such a good job of just trying to help these guys have success and just giving them enough options in certain situations when they gotta not just throw the fastball or curveball, but be able to go to a third or fourth pitch. So Reed's worked really hard, and it's fun to just keep watching him improve and get better.
He's pretty consistent with the strikeouts. When he comes off and he's having one of these games, which is usual, what's it like for him in the dugout? Do people leave him alone, or what's the process there?
Yeah, usually you don't bother pitchers.
Yeah.
They sit down, put the jacket on, sometimes grab something to drink, and you just want them focused. If anything, some pitchers get excited or emotional when something happens offensively, but I've seen Coach Williams teach those guys over the years, you got to stay even keel. You have a job to do. We talk about it all the time, be professional. So you just do your job. Let some guys will cheer, and some guys are going to try to drive in runs and score and do all that. Your job is to run out there and be aggressive in the strike zone. And, Reed's been doing it since his freshman year. I mean, he went through some growing pains, but when it was all said and done, he's starting in the ACC tournament. He's starting in the regionals, which gave him the momentum going into the big sophomore year, and he just keeps getting better.
Have you ever seen a game with 22 strikeouts by one team before, you think?
I don't know. 27 outs, and we take a lot of pride in getting those 27 outs, but, those guys make coaches look really good. I mean, when you can strike out 22, and that's what they say, that, as they value the home run in baseball, man, they value the strikeout. Because if the ball can't be put in play, it's an out, I hate to say it, without a defense. So, we talk about a pitcher is what, 80%, 85, 90. Looked like today our pitching staff was probably 95%, because we only had to get 5 outs on defense. So obviously Henry Davis did a nice job, but Reed set the tone, and it was good to see Glenn and Kirian fall in suit.
You mentioned home run. Ben got his second of the year. What do you like what you're seeing at the plate so far?
Ben just competing. He's always competed with 2 strikes, but we're trying to get him. When you're in a fastball count, the home run at Ole Miss, he was in a fastball count. Here he was in a fastball count. So just don't get big. Don't try to do too much. Just trust it. But he plays good defense. He's very vocal. He's in the game, and he's having fun. Like several of the guys, they put their time in, and they work their tail off, and they're great teammates. So you like to see the older guys get this opportunity and make the most of it.
Appreciate it, Dan.
Okay.